So you're playing in a tournament and it's time to get ready. Playing a practice round at the course you're going to play the tournament at is the best way to get ready. But you got to make sure you do it right. Let's get into it. By the way, stick around to the end of the video. I got an extra bonus tip. This is hole 1 at the Tryon International Equestrian Center, and we are in Tryon, North Carolina, which is close to Rutherfordton, not too far from Hendersonville or Asheville, western end of the state. When you're practicing for a tournament, don't just play the course. Throw 2 or 3, sometimes 4, depending on the hole, off every tee. And this is why it's important to come play. I'm playing this course blind. Even if you've played the course a time or two, it's still good to go out there with the mindset of preparing for a tournament. And I am struggling to find the right disc here. I love this sting. I think I'm not throwing it low enough. Need to throw it a little lower here. That's the one. I'm gonna try one more with my forehand. Majesty. Okay. If I want the forehand, go with the Majesty. If I want the backhand, I'm going with the Sting. I also like to take notes. So if you've played a course a bunch of times, you don't have to do this. You kind of have an idea of what you want to throw. But for a new course blind like this, open up a note on your phone and go through it hole by hole of what disc you used depending on the wind. And I jot down my best option if I'm going for it, and then just my safe option if I need to be safe depending on where I'm at in the tournament. And then I don't play out the hole. I go up to in the fairway or near the basket, the ideal location I'd like to be, and practice a putt or a shot from there. And then I go to where I really hope I'm not, but if I make a mistake, that's where I'll wind up, and I'll throw a shot or two from there on to the next hole. Because what I found is, in my limited experience, and I used to play in more tournaments than I do now, because if you go out and just play around, and in the tournament you don't play exactly how you did in your practice round, you're gonna mentally get all messed up. Or you played really great in your practice round, and then the way tournaments go, you play slower, you're out of rhythm, and you sort of make some mistakes, and you never really practiced where a bad shot might lie, how to throw that, then you mess up. So you gotta practice the ideal spot and the mistake spot. I like that a lot. A lot of holes I try to come up with a backhand shot and a forehand. If there's both, you definitely want to practice both. So on this particular hole, I don't have to practice much of an upshot because it's a short hole. And also, my Challenger and my Westside Disc Auntie basically wound up in the same spot. Hopefully you can see that. So that's a good thing to do. I mean, you got options, but I just think it's important not to wear yourself out. So you may want to, or some people might throw every disc in their bag off the tee, but you'll wear yourself out. And I'm playing 2 days before, not the day before, to give myself some time to recuperate. I'll take it easy tomorrow. And I'm only going to throw 2, 3, at most 4 discs off of each tee. So this is why you want to come out and practice. So that last hole was pretty straightforward. This one's going to take some figuring out. You're right up against the fence line here, and every course is going to have its own quirks. And the basket, by the way, is down by this tree straight ahead. I think it's important to throw a second shot from the ideal spot, which in this case is parked, But then also throw a shot from the mistake spot. And with this hole being fairly flat, slightly uphill at the start, but then a pretty stark drop off, you could ground one. And so if you ground one, probably looking at maybe right in here, just over 100 feet. And so I'm gonna take a few practice shots from the mistake spot. So when I get up to the basket, whether that's my first shot, second, or third, I try to putt 3 times. So that might be where I'm at. More than likely it won't be. But just getting a feel for the green, a feel for what that basket looks like with the scenery behind it. You know, you could try to putt 3 or 4 times at different angles. But instead of just putting it one time at my best shot or the shot I want to putt from, putt it 3 times, get some practice in. So in summary, I'm playing in a tournament 2 days, and ideally I like to come play a practice round 2 days before the tournament. That's today, gonna play the practice round. I like to throw 2, 3, occasionally 4 shots off the tee. Then I'll go throw from the ideal spot I wanna land in. Then I'll throw from the mistake spot. Then I'll throw 3, or I'll putt 3 or 4 times, a couple of different spots at each basket. And now the bonus tip, as promised, the bonus tip I want to give you is I give it that day in between. At some point the day before the tournament, I'll go out for a half hour to 45 minutes and practice putting. I only bring putters because once I get warmed up and I get loose, I'm wanting to throw. So I'll go to the practice basket somewhere near my house with just putters. So I'll force myself to only putt. You can check out this video mentioned on the screen right now of a technique I use to practice putting. Most of the time when I practice the day before a tournament, I use that drill. It's called sticking point. Watch the video. I've had a lot of people comment. It's really helped them out. So do a drill, practice putting the day before, don't throw, and then wake up, get you a good breakfast, and go play the tournament. But most of all, the thing about me and disc golf is I want to have fun. I love playing disc golf, but it's fun for me. And so if you have the right mindset, you go out there and you just totally screw up, find a way to have fun. If that's a milkshake after, if you know that's calling your brother or your dad and just ranting, I don't know what it is, but have fun. That is the most important thing about disc golf. So do that, like this video, subscribe, leave me a comment what you think about my way to prepare for a tournament. Give me your thoughts, how you do it, if this video was helpful or not. And I appreciate you watching the Braxton Critcher Disc Golf channel.